Morning guys, how you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So I think I've worked out I don't need to speak directly right at the microphone like I normally do, so bear with me if you can't hear me on this video, but I think you will be able to, but let me know if you can't. But anyway, right, so how are you all doing? So let's go and have a look at the Bitcoin chart. So yeah, here's our 12 hour. You can see we've actually broken through. We broke through the trend line we drew yesterday, and we're looking potentially to curl back round, get supported by it, and then make another move back up and hold above this line. Basically, I think this is a pretty important trend line for our 12 hour stochastics now. As long as we sort of play above here, I think we will build a lot of momentum up around this level if we stay up here. And obviously if we come down in the stochastics and the price stays up, that's obviously hidden bullish divergence, so obviously then we can start to get a nice push up through this macro level and potentially get a resolution to this formation. But yeah, over to the daily also. Yeah, you can see the daily got plenty of time to get up to this trend line here. I hope this isn't the same. Yeah, sorry, this is the it's not drawing the same line across all stochastics, is it? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? So why does TradingView work like that? If I draw it on a certain time frame, it's not necessarily relevant for this one. But anyway, we've got this line drawn on. I mean, it lines up on the daily too. So yeah, we could obviously make our way up to this on the daily, get a bit of a pullback off this, which will then correspond. I can't believe I'm talking about this in this way. It's just ridiculous that I've just got the same line. I'm then checking on different time frames. But either way, that could correspond with then a move back to here, and then breaking back up. But hey, let's see what happens there. So over to the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour looking very good again. We had our we basically were looking yesterday evening like we were struggling with this range. We were hanging around under the support zone, it was resistance zone now. Obviously it was support zone when we were above it, so we're hanging out under that resistance, looking like we could potentially make a move down, but we didn't. But we literally had a nice big pump this morning. It was around, yeah, early this morning, that basically got us basically testing the pennant line again. So I mean, the more times we test it and the higher we stay up and the less downside we get, the more likely it is to break. So I mean, I'm a lot more obviously I'm clearly a lot more positive now. We've had this strength. Obviously once we're hanging around under here, it wasn't necessarily the most likely scenario, but hey, Bitcoin's got the strength to do it. And yeah, I mean, this weekend we could definitely break through, and I guess it's going to be a case of, are we going to break through and hold through, or are we going to like break through, have a move up over the weekend, and then come Monday get rejected all the way back down, and it just be a fake out, well, for the time being. So yeah, very interesting market at the moment, because this is looking good. I mean, obviously it's not necessarily happened quite yet, but if you can see, if we start to form like a pennant within a pennant, and obviously that's a continuous right, okay, it's like Russian dolls here, guys. So if we start to form a pennant here, within this pennant here, within this pennant here, the massive one, obviously I don't need to zoom all the way out, the one that's coming up from our thingy, you can probably see where I'm going with this. It's a lot of resolutions on a lot of time frames that could be absolutely explosive, and obviously the domino effect of this one, and then the bigger one. Yeah, I mean, it could just be fire. It could be absolute fireworks to the upside, absolute fireworks, and then I mean, obviously if the smaller one breaks to the downside, I mean, we're still well within this pennant at the moment, and obviously clearly well within the larger time frame one. So the risk isn't really obviously to the downside. The risk is massively skewed. The actual risk of a massive move, the risk of basically a large price move is to the upside. I mean, there isn't at the moment anything that's going to necessarily indicate a huge price move to the downside based on the levels we're at right now, but a smallish move in the price action now could trigger a big massive move. So we've got some massive skew there, to the upside here. So I believe that's why there will be a lot of people buying here. There'll be a lot of bulls, there'll be a lot of buying, there'll be a lot of price action. Yeah, there'll be a lot of wild price action here. I think this is I believe this is the calm before the storm. before we do start to get the big breakouts. And like I did show you in our euro dollar, let's wait 1 second, let's have a look. In our here we go. Like I did show you in this pennant formation that broke out here. Where's my drawing tools gone? Are they here? Are they gone? Oh, don't tell me that's gone. Does it reset every week or something? That's annoying. Anyway, so sorry, like I said, with the pennant we had going on here, we broke out of it. I'll just draw the top of the line off just so you can see. So basically we broke out of it, came back and tested it and then bounced off it. So that's going to be very annoying if all my drawing tools basically disappear every week. Let me just refresh it, see if anything happens. Does anyone know? If anyone... Oh, here we go. Oh, no, sorry, because now it's taking us back to Bitcoin. Yeah, it's bizarre. Why has it done that? Why has it done that? Anyway, so yeah, so you see the pennant we had drawn there. Has it got any of my other drawings? I'm guessing it just kept the other one because that was saved onto the chart. Anyway, so... That's actually going to really annoy what I'm doing. Anyway, right. Anyway, so I'll stop going on about this at the moment. Yeah, if any of you guys use TradingView and wonder why my actual drawings have disappeared, yeah, if you could let me know, that would be great. Obviously, I understand this one hasn't disappeared because I keep this chart on basically all the time. This is what it's saved as. But yeah, the other ones seem to have wiped out my drawing tools. But anyway, so yeah, so what was I saying was, yeah, we could potentially have a big breakout up here. The smaller, shorter time frames as well, potentially looking a little bit, the oscillators looking a little bit, obviously we've had this big move up, so yeah, it's a bit mixed. We're just turning back up now in a lot of them, so yeah, we really could this weekend be getting some sort of a foray action up into basically the 9,800, which you guys know, obviously, since we broke the 9,000 level here at this point, I was like, basically the ultimate target of this is around 9,800, even if it's just for a week and we don't hold it. But I believe that'll be where we're aiming for. So we've got to kind of see, yeah, see what basically happens overall here. The TD sequential again. This is going to print a weekly 9 next week, but I mean, you can clearly see the flag formation here. So we could very easily get an extended 9 candle up to, I mean, I draw up to here, that's like 15k, but I mean, this candle could explode. I mean, just look how big this candle is, and we do get big candles. So from the top of here, we could easily explode to like 13k, which is only really the horizontal level here, around here. So, or yeah, so I mean, we could be having a big candle coming this next week, a big 9 candle. And then we'll obviously have to see if we get some sort of retracement or consolidation, or yeah, well, as the TD sequential says, a 1 to 4 week correction. But yes, that's what we're looking at there. Interesting times. And if we do get a bit of a move, or if we get a bit of a move down, again, there's this inverted head and shoulders that's potentially printing. But all in all, everything's obviously bullish until proven otherwise. And we just got to watch the trend lines. We've basically got to be watching sort of the pennant within the pennant within the pennant. Are our Russian doll setup of pennants going to basically just a cascade domino effect, just up to basically 11,500? And is it going to happen pretty much anytime, basically within a week? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at BTC. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just hard to, like I said, been saying to you recently, it's hard to say in the shorter time frame because we are obviously into such an important area. But yeah, I mean, but shorter time frame, you'll be expecting basically support above this level. If we do lose this level, I would probably look at these lows here around 9,300. If we take out those lows, then yeah, I think it's hardly a move, is it? This is why it seems hardly worth talking about these smaller time frames at the moment. But yeah, if we take out these 9,300s, then clearly 9,200, and then potentially a move down to the bottom of the pennant around 9,000 would make perfect sense. And that's not a very big move overall speaking with what we've got going on. But yeah, that move to happen and then to find support and move back up could be the final impetus we need to break us out the top. Or failing that, it could break us basically out the bottom. So we'd have to play that in real time. So like the levels below really to look at now are obviously the 9,400, well it seems silly saying it 9,400, 9,300. I mean they're just the same, the $100 difference. But yeah, just around these levels. I mean, even taking it out, maybe we just get a wick down to here, fake out some more people, and we get bought back up very quickly. I mean, that is a likely scenario that I could see playing out. But yeah, short term it's difficult to call because we are obviously we're right up against some very important areas. So right, anyway, so remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, guys, and I will speak to you all soon.